Hey YouTubers, it's time for another exclusive workout from Garey TV, and today I am doing feet in straps. So just a 10-minute workout. I'm gonna start with 2 heavy springs on and come down onto the carriage. I'm gonna take the straps and place them on my feet. The best way to do this, guys, is to push the carriage out, take a strap onto one foot, put some pressure on that, and then add your other foot. Then we're gonna start with shoulders nice and open, rib cage relaxed, pelvis in what we call neutral position, so you got a little space between your lower back and the carriage, and tabletop legs. From here, legs are together, parallel. You're gonna press out, point the toes over the straps, and come back in. That's gonna give you a little feet and ankle work as well. We're gonna exhale, press out, and inhale, return. That's it. And so the goal here is to mobilize the hip joint, the knee joint, and the ankle joint, but not move the spine. So keep the spine stable. Pressing out. Let's do that one more time like that. And we're gonna come in. All I'm gonna do from here is turn out. So my knees now will be about shoulder distance apart. My heels are gonna stay together. And as I press out, I'm gonna point the toes again and then come back in. So this is gonna work a little bit differently in the leg muscles as the parallel did. This is gonna work the outside of the hamstring. It's really good glute work here too, especially if you're kind of gently pressing the heels together. And again, exhale out, inhale, return. And let's do one more of these, and then I'm gonna go back to parallel. I'm gonna keep the legs straight, but I'm not gonna hyperextend the knees. So nice and long in the knees, I'm gonna reach up, and exhale, draw it back down. So I wanna think about moving from the hip joint as opposed to thinking about pulling the straps with the feet. I wanna think about engaging my hamstrings and glutes right here to pull down, so right at the top of the hamstring. And again, an exhale down. So this is trickier because the legs are long, and if you're tight in the hamstrings, as you start to lift the legs up, the pelvis is gonna wanna tilt back. And in order to get the really good length in the hamstring, you wanna keep the pelvis from moving. We're gonna do this same thing now, turned out. So I rotate out. Again, you want the thighs to rotate out. Inhale up and exhale down. So some people might be a little more flexible when you turn out your legs. Some people might be a little tighter. Just depends on what part of your muscle is more tight. The medial hamstring, or for this, the lateral hamstring. Inhale up, exhale down. One more time. And down. Now I'm going to go back to parallel. I'm going to bring the legs up. From here, I'm going to open out 2 times. So this is, of course, going to get my inner thighs, my adductors, a good stretch there, and lower down. Again, breathe in, the legs come up. Now, from here, hold the carriage steady, open and close. So the hamstrings and glutes are helping to hold the carriage steady, and you're moving through the inner thigh here, opening out 2 times, one more time, and then back down. Now, we're gonna go into another exercise here. I'm gonna go into beats. So from here, my legs are turned out. I'm gonna bend my knees like that bend and stretch that we did. I'm gonna press them out, and then I'm gonna do 3 quick open and closes, not very wide. So it's 3 exhales. And the emphasis here is on pulling the legs back together without slamming them together. You wanna be able to put the brakes on there right at the end and come in and press out 3 beats, and come in and press out. Let's do that again. Draw in and press out one more time. You should really be able to feel the inner thighs here. Now, we're gonna keep the legs turned out. I'm gonna go into frog. So I'm gonna bring the legs up. I'm gonna bend into a diamond. So that means my knees are bent, but my feet are higher than my knees, and my toes are pointed away from me, and I'm still in neutral. From there, I'm gonna reach the legs long, and then flex the feet and pull around. That's kind of the frog part. Inhale up, bend into your diamond, reach out, and then pull around. And again, breathe in, exhale, bend. Inhale, extend, and exhale, pull around. Let's do that a couple more times. Up and bend, point those toes away, reach open, try not to move the carriage there, and around. And again, up and bend and extend and reach around. Now we're gonna go into what's called the stag. So what I'm gonna do is bend one knee and take the other leg out to the side, and then press back out. Inhale as you come in, and exhale out. So one knee bends and that heel kind of comes down the center. Keep the pelvis from tipping over to the side and press back out. The other leg lengthens out to the side and that gets a really good stretch. But I like to think about controlling this movement with this bent leg side. And breathe in and exhale out. And again, breathing in, reach and out. And again, inhale in, exhale out. And one more time. So again, a lot of inner thigh or adductor work. And finish to the other side and press out. Now, I'm going to come back in and what I'm going to do is just take the ropes and I'm going to cross them. And then I'm going to take the straps and place them carefully back onto my feet. And instead of bringing the legs all the way together, I'm going to start in the same tabletop position, but my legs are going to be hip distance apart. You see the ropes crossed here, but I'm not bunching them up at the hardware. And I'm just going to press out in a straight line and come back in. On this one, I'm going to drive through the heel, so I'm not going to point the toes as I press out. Same breathing, exhale away and inhale to come back in. Press away. Now, if you've never crossed the ropes before, it's kind of like the first time you put the straps on the regular way, where your legs kind of want to go all over the place, because you're really working, instead of the inner thighs to stabilize like we do when the straps are the regular way, when they're crossed, you're going to feel the muscles on the outside of the hip, the glute med, working to help you stabilize. So it's like a whole new exercise. And one more time. Now, all I'm going to do from here is lift my legs a little bit higher as I press out, and I'm going to open them about as wide as the reformer or as wide as the foot bar. And then come back into parallel, hip distance apart, and then press out and away. Inhale to come in, parallel. Exhale to press through the heel and slightly open them. If you go too low, those ropes are going to hit you. So keep them just a little bit higher, and you should be able to feel this in the outer thigh. Press out and come back in, and let's do 4 more. Press away, exhale. Inhale to come back in. 3 more. Press and in. And 2 more. Press out. And 1 more time. Press. Now, keep them straight. Bring them back to hip distance apart. And let's do a lift and lower here. Inhale up and exhale down. You can just keep the feet gently pointed here and pull down. And remember, you're still pulling from here rather than from the straps. You're pulling from where the hamstring and the glute meet. And exhale, pull down. And 3 more. And draw it down. And 2 more. Whew. And down. Can you feel that? And 1 more time. And pull it down. Now we're going to make small circles here, guys. So you're going to come up, breathing in, open slightly, and around. So don't go much wider than the width of the reformer as you open out, and exhale, pull around. So again, we're really focusing on the outer thigh here, as well as the hamstrings and glutes. And around. Don't go too low. 2 more. And bring it around, and 1 more time. Breathe in. And exhale, bring it all the way back around. All right, so bend your knees. We're going to take the straps off your feet, and you can return them back to the holder. So that is our strap work. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you got some great ideas for your classes. And remember, if you'd like to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. And if you like my style of teaching, check out Garey TV for lots of full-length workouts. See you soon.